And what's happening is the faster the ice cream freezes, the smaller the ice crystals are on the ice cream. The smaller the ice crystals, the smoother and creamier it tastes. Commercial ice cream companies will try and recreate this with something called a blast freezer. So ice cream comes out of one of their continuous or batch freezers, and then it's put into a blast freezer. It's the same type of concept behind flash freezing meats or food. Basically, the ice crystals are frozen so fast, they can't get big enough, and they won't break the cell membranes. So that's a little science behind that aspect. The other part that has to deal with the ice crystals is something called freezer burn or freezer abuse. So why do you ask, is there a bunch of ice on top of ice cream when you open it up in your freezer? And I always wonder the same thing until somebody explained it to me. After ice cream leaves whatever factory it's coming from, it is basically being abused. Your freezer inside your house is not meant to carry ice cream because the compressor goes on and off, cycling through temperatures, getting hot, getting cold. Every time the ice cream refreezes, the ice crystals are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. If you have ice cream that's been sitting in the freezer for 2 months, it's like an icicle. And companies will go to great lengths. Bluebell is actually is known for this. It's funny, Bluebell is about the third, I'm pretty sure it's like the third largest ice cream company in the United States, and it's only in 20 states. I was speaking to some guys from Kuwait who are coming over to make their own, or building their own ice cream factory, and they've never even heard about it. But what Bluebell does that is so special is they control the entire supply chain of putting their ice cream inside the store shelves. Because, the store freezers. It really does not matter how good your input ingredients are. You can destroy the ice cream by abusing it with the freezer. So what our process does, the best kind of analogy of making it, this would be like if you were pulling ice cream off the line at the Ben & Jerry factory. And if you were to ask any Ben & Jerry employee, I've talked to all their food scientists, I would say, what's the best ice cream? Oh, when we pull it straight off the line. Because it hasn't been abused by any kind of commercial freezer. So you're basically eating the ice cream in its rawest form. The second science aspect that's very interesting and intriguing, here's a question, what is an ice cream manufacturer's favorite ingredient? Air. Exactly. Air. There's a concept in ice cream called overrun. Not many people know this, but ice cream is one of the few foods that actually have a legal standard in this country. Meaning it has to have a certain amount of milk fat, and it also has to have a certain weight per gallon. This is because ice cream companies will pump air into the ice cream. They'll start with 4 ounces of mix, have a 100% overrun product, and get 8 ounces of ice cream. So these laws were put into place so that the consumer is not cheated. When we make it with liquid nitrogen, there's basically no air. It's a very dense product. So you're getting a lot of actual ice cream and not fluff.